Mr. Fleet, cause I must be Hercules. I must be Hercules.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I think I'm Hercules. We back. Hey, what y'all guys think about that new intro, man? Hey, I'm looking for someone to make me a video intro to match just like maybe like 10 seconds max, just to, even if it's just like I think I'm Hercules or something. If anybody can do that, please get to me. My business email is on my page. Alright, guys, y'all know I don't like to waste nobody's time. All you guys' time is valuable. I never egg y'all on. Let's get right into it. I'm very conflicted today, guys. I'm going to be talking about Marvel's Avengers played on the PS4. I really like the Marvel Avengers game. Like, a lot. Like, and it's coming from somebody, I'll be honest, I get a backdrop. I love looter shooters, right? So I love looting games like Diablo. Like, I guess I just love getting cool things with like seeing the numbers like going up. Like, I don't know. And I hate math, so it's weird. But I do like games in which I'm always seeing the number, the stats, the percentages, and all the crit chances and status. I love games like that. I like seeing those numbers and I like seeing those things actually come about in the gameplay. Whether it be Destiny 1, Destiny 2, Warframe, Borderlands, Diablo, The Division. I just love loot-based games that all started in 2007 with Borderlands' claim of 1 billion guns. And since then, I have been in love with these. But times have changed and things are different. Gamers don't make video games anymore. Or well, even if they do, they don't put them out. Businessmen run the gaming industry. It's blatantly obvious in regards to Marvel Avengers. This is one of the games where I've seen it like, it's here. Like, these developers don't have no power. They don't have no pull. It's all about the publisher now. If you really want to be, for anyone that's aspiring to be a gamer or aspiring to be a game creator or developer, make sure you guys take like the CD Projekt Red type of route where you guys can just in some way, shape, or form also become the publisher of your own company. Because like there's also another one like Bethesda. Bethesda also does publishing and developing. But they're also owned by ZeniMax, so it could be a hierarchy to it. Just watch out, the passion that you put into your game would just be siphoned all out. It'd be just drained out of you.
Oh, yes! I have you now, and soon I will have all of your energy. I will never let you go.
Let's start off with the story, the campaign. The campaign was amazing, and any real Marvel fan, such as I, will feel right at home with them bringing in names, an original cinematic story with people involving MODOK, Scientist Supreme, you got Jarvis, and so many others, obviously like Thor, Hulk, and even Loki makes an appearance, like, and a lot of flack has been cast upon Kamala Khan. Kamala is all of us, and we were 15, 17-year-olds, and literally was not only surrounded by our idols, but can do what they can do. Like, we are her. Like, no one wants to admit that. Like, I don't understand that. Like, you don't, like, she was an amazing character. And she didn't feel like just a female character just thrown into your face for the sake of being a female character. It wasn't like an all woman or strong type of deal. It was literally, she was just a good character that happened to be a female, and I love that. I'm always looking out for things like that, seeing if they trying to push on a narrative, like whether it be LGBT rights or something of that nature. No offense to anyone, but I'm always looking to see if you're trying to push an agenda in a game, and if it does fit the narrative. If it fits the narrative, cool, I love it. Let's get it. If it does not, I don't like forced things. And watching Tarleton's descent to madness as he becomes the mortal organism designed only for killing is just amazing. The gameplay, a lot of people complain there's a lack of depth. Quite contrary, I never went in with the so first I would say I never went in with the expectation of like a God of War type combat system. I wasn't expecting like to have like Atreus shooting lightning bolts and having spirit wolves coming out and I'm juggling them in the air and I'm switching between the blades of like I wasn't expecting all that. That's one character, Kratos. Like, you can do so much when it's just one person. If this was just like a Thor game and they put all that time that they put into Hulk, Black Widow, and those other characters and just put it into Thor, I'm sure it would be just as amazing as a God of War game. The fighting is amazing. It's not amazing, it's great. It's great. It's not as bad as people say. It's not bad at all, actually. And like the fighting system, it's simple, like simple to learn, right? It's made for like, because you gotta think like you're gonna have kids playing this game, you're gonna have adults playing this game, teenagers, you're gonna have casuals, and you're gonna have hardcores. Just like every other game nowadays, we always talk about accessibility. I think with this, they were trying to, publishers more than likely were trying to tell them, you got to make this game accessible to the children, or else we don't have a game here. But I'm gonna say this, plain and simple: playing in Thor feels different than playing in Miss Marvel. Playing as Miss Marvel feels different than playing as Black Widow, and playing as Iron Man feels different than all the previous three. And it's like that. And you can like with this, what I'm trying to say, but I'm not reviewing the game. I'm giving my impressions, and as opposed to other people's impressions, because you know me, guys, I'm the balance in the middle. You know.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Like, there's barely any overlapping moves, like, minus incentives, like, to the moves, like, such as spawn the heroic orb, or spawn that health orb, to boost your health or reduce your cooldowns when you do takedowns, and things like that. That's where I've seen similarities, but, like, as I go through the skill trees of, like, Hawk and Miss Marvel and Thor and Captain, none of them overlap. I never seen, like, do square, square, triangle, triangle for this person, and it just do different things. Like, of course, you're gonna have your basic combos, like basic combos, smash attacks. You're gonna have a heavy attack. It's always gonna be that does the same thing. Like, a heavy attack is meant to break a shield. Sorry, that's just part of the game. But as far as what they do to break the shield and the AOE, it's a bunch of little things that come into it that. And I think when reviewers review games, I think like this is between me when I check out a game. That's why I don't say I review it, because I really want to say like I give my impressions on it, because a lot of reviewers review the game as if everybody that's going to play the game is going to be like as hardcore into like all the mechanics and the inners and outers of it, right? That's why I like to say just the facts of the case, right? Like, like when I play it, I play both mindsets. I have my gamer mind on for a bit, and I say, okay, let me see if I were just someone just picking up the game and playing it, and how would I feel? And I'm trying to stand in between as I'm explaining these things to you guys. That's why I'm going back between saying extreme things about the game versus casual things about the game, because both of those things matter if you want to give it to a more broad audience. I want to put this out for a broad audience that actually understand what they get themselves into. The map layout, it is as bland as they get. It always seems to be take this elevator here, aim facility there, and I get it, right? I never walked into a Walmart and was like, oh, this is a different Walmart. Like, but they can at least do slight variety sometimes. Like, you think sometimes, like, I can't tell how many times, like, I was like, am I doing the same mission? Because also the mission structure isn't very detailed. It's just like, hey, go here, destroy this, sabotage this, capture this. Like, and I think the mission structure really does need, like, it needs more variety, and it needs to be a little bit different, because like no one wants to be Iron, like no one wants to be the Incredible fucking Hulk and stand in one spot. Like, the Hulk doesn't do that. Like, and that's what I mean by it was a battle between the developers and the publishers. Like, like they didn't want to make Hulk stand in a blue circle. Like, no one wants to do that. No one wants to, like Hulk want to smash things. And I can't tell you guys how many times I was supposed to do this objective, that objective, and next thing you know, I'm bong, 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 I'm whipping ass with Thor's hammer. Like, I remember I was playing with my friend. I was playing Avengers with him, and in one of the very few moments I can get on the game with him, and he was like, hey, man, where the hell you at? I'm doing the mission. I said, man, I just want to hit shit with Thor's hammer. And all you hear in the background, bong, 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 bong. I love the sound effect of Thor's hammer hitting the enemies on the game. I'm going to say they nailed it. It feels good, and it feels weighty as you, like, on the controller. The loot in the game could definitely use some tweaking, although I will say the strikes against it, like almost doing nothing and just raising numbers, are untrue. I ran across multiple pieces of gear that would give me special effects such as strong heavy attacks unleashing a burst of pin particles, or even things such as light combo finishers dealing massive shot chains. It is egregious that it doesn't have a visual appeal, and it does break some immersion. It breaks a lot of immersion. And fuck my segue, I'm going in like Lil Wayne. The micros suck and shouldn't even be in the game. Like, this took me a few days to get into the mindset that Thor, son of Odin, god of thunder, needed new gauntlets because I can't kill a certain advanced idea mechanics mechanoid. Like, it made me so mad that I couldn't kill robots fast enough, and that, like, me, like, I'm fucking Thor, my nigga. I'm Hulk, bro. I'm Iron Man, my dude. Hey friend. I'm Miss Marvel. I don't need new gauntlets on my wrist to make. I can embiggen and slap you with the mass of a meteorite. I don't need gear. Like, and that's the thing that a lot of people want to see. So what? It's this game. Like, certain things in a game, like, you can't always just say just because game. You know, like, that's why That's why we say games are getting better as they get more realistic. Like, there's a thin line between because video gaming. Why is it here? You know. You cannot convince me, you know, you can't tell me, like, it makes sense, or, like, you are cool with billionaire Iron Man going around looking for whatever he is looking for outfits and things like that. Tony Stark don't look for outfits, he makes them. He makes the fucking outfits, he don't look for them. Incredible Hulk doing things like kicking open chest boxes and picking up the items. Like, the Incredible Hulk ain't looking for shit but somebody's skull to smash. Like, Thor, like, and that is it's a real immersion breaker. Like, having to go around, like, and then looting the boxes. Like, it just shouldn't have been in the game. There are no pros to this, but I will talk about the lighter side of things. There aren't any loot boxes, so you'll always know what you're buying, and the battle passes per character. Once again, a monster decision. It actually saddens me. Like, it literally saddens me, because you can see Crystal Dynamics trying to make a game worthy of Marvel fans and gamers alike. But once again, the businessmen run the industry, and until they don't, we will always see things like this. I just appreciate it, honestly, that I don't have to pay like $5 for Doctor Strange when he comes out, $5 for Black Panther, $5 for Shuri, $5 for Hawkeye, $5, because that's the alternative, guys. And I'm not changing my stance on microtransactions, but this always been my stance. It all depends on what it's in and what are you doing. Like Marvel Avengers isn't halting my progression to try and make me pay for things. Like, you know what I mean? It's not backing me out of actually getting to like an 86. You know, like increasing my overall and everything. Like, I can be as great as I can, and there's no way for me to pay money to have. There's no way for me to pay money to gain power, gain gear and things of that nature. And it got to be in there. So all I'm gonna say, guys, for something like Marvel Avengers, like a live service game that's gonna go on forever, and it ain't like 2K. It's not gonna be like Marvel's coming on next year and the next year and the next year. Everything is gonna be free for the game. I think just let the people who are wealthy enough and who want to do these things, just let them do it, and let us enjoy the free DLC that come with it, because there's pros and cons to it all, guys. And I just gotta be honest. All right, so I'm gonna say, overall, like, what I'm trying to say is, all right, the cons of the game, right? Let's always look at the bad and brush it off with the positive.
Hail, brave adventurer. Nothing, then. So it must be.
Want a new look? I can help. I stayed up all night and you didn't buy anything? Such is life. Alright, fine. But you're going to come back.
The microtransactions have to be talked about, even if they're not as egregious as loot boxes like in Overwatch or something. They still exist. You still gotta pay for something that I already paid for. The map design needs tweaking. I think that's an easy fix. I think as they add more factions, like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna add things like Hydra. They're gonna add they're just gonna add, like, I don't know, you know, it's a lot of places they can go with this. They can go with the Kree, you know. So I think that's gonna be amazing. The battle passes. Even though we get 6 free battle passes in the beginning, like, you really gotta manage you gotta manage those credits and things like that. I'ma say floor characters need better traversal. That's a small con. I didn't really want to speak on that too heavily. That's a small con. Like, the floor characters, it's really hard to get around. I can't tell you how many times I got stuck on the wall with Miss Marvel because I'm just trying to jump and traverse around the map as fast as I could with Thor or Iron Man, and she just clings onto this wall and she won't get down. It's so frustrating. And also, guys, there's bugs and little things. So a lot of people are talking about all types of bugs, frame rate drops, and all types of just mishappenings. I personally haven't ran into many of those. Some of the pros, the character depth. The characters feel different. The story was good. The gameplay feels fun. and the loot does feel worthy. It just needs to have like a transmogrified type of a system to it. I need to see it. Like, why is it like holographic? Like, it's already bad enough that Hulk got to do these things. Like, at least let me see. Like, at least let my Hulk look different when he doesn't. That's my impressions on Marvel Avengers, guys. Overall, what I'm gonna say is this: if you like Avengers, if you like Captain America, Iron Man, especially if you like the movies and all these things, or if you know the characters, get this game. I wouldn't steer anyone wrong. I'm gonna give this game an honest 8 out of 10 with potential to increase. This game has potential to be about, honestly, a 9 if it can just shut the publisher type things off a little bit. In the core, it's a really good game, and it's really like, I'm gonna say the game as far as good is a 8 out of 10. As far as fun, man, it's one of the funnest games I've played, and commonly I'm playing with like just me, or I'm playing with one other. I can imagine playing with 4 people, and we're mixing, and we doing knockdowns, and I can continuously have my super up because they're spawning heroic ores with takedowns, and I got Iron Man flying and hitting all the turrets. I got, I'm being Thor, and I'm doing I'm doing ad control, hitting a whole bunch of enemies with shock chain damage, and I got Black Widow making us. It can be so amazing. And we're talking about these 6 characters. Like, guys, 2 years from now, let's really look at it. 2 years from now, this game will probably have upwards of like 30 characters. Like, like everyone we would probably want will enter this game, and it's all gonna be free. We're all gonna have them. We're all gonna be able to enjoy them. I think that this was a good game that really got hindered. Like, it got brought down by the publisher, and I don't want to demonize them so bad for that. That's all I got for today, guys. Just make sure you guys like, subscribe, please share it. Share it to your friends' friends. I think I'm Hercules out, man.
Do it! I'm glad you were here today. Talk out my fear to my nature arachnus. Bioshock shit, I'm strapped with plasmids. Mega bust up when I'm snapping like a spassin' square. What happened? I'm on the tear when I spit. I be everywhere like I'm Book of the Whip.